Jack?
Oh, no. Once I hit New York, I got a new job.
I would never have stopped being a sailor.
Why did it sink if it was the most wonderful ship in the world, Grandpa?
It was well built, wasn't it?
The best you've ever seen.
Listen to what it says in this old paper. Tragic ending to the maiden voyage of the Titanic. The liner goes down. 100 missing. A lot of people died, huh?
Well, youngster, it's a long and complicated story. The truth of the matter is that those missing persons were never really missing. It's all a misunderstanding. One of these days, I'll tell you the whole story.
Huh? No, tell us now, please, Grandpa.
Come on now, kids, relax. Don't make such a fuss.
Grandpa, what was this whistle used for?
Huh? You put that down right now. It's dangerous.
It's just an old
Hand it
whistle.
over. This was used for calling the terrible Mr. Ice.
Who? Why was he so terrible? Huh?
Ice was a cruel and merciless monster. All right, youngsters, you've talked me into it. I'll tell you the whole story. If you behave yourselves, that is.
Why, sure.
I still say she was the most beautiful ship that ever plowed the waves. It all began long ago in England, when I was just a lad. It was a beautiful day, and there was lots of action down at the wharves.
All right, who's next? Go ahead.
Let's all
Next.
This is fun.
Go on. Stay in line there, sir.
My dear,
Thank you, Daddy.
there you are. Splendid, isn't it?
Magnificent. Simply breathtaking.
Good morning. The captain sends you his regards, Your Grace.
Thank you, young man. I must say your ship is most impressive. Right, Elizabeth?
Oh, absolutely.
Make sure that Duke of Cameron's luggage is stowed securely.
Yes, sir.
Get out of here, you.
All right, everybody. Cat's gone. You can come out.
Ready for boarding, sir.
Very well, Mr. Connors. We'll have the roll call, if you please.
Aye, sir. Mr. and Mrs. Angus Wallace Bruce McMouse. Mr. and Mrs. Porrig Liam O'Rat and 2 children, Juan and Evita Raton with offspring, Jean-Luc and Francois Ratatouille, and the Mousetti family from Sicily, featuring Parmigiano, Pecorino, Gorgonzola, Provolone, Fontina, Caciocavallo, Ricotta, Mozzarella, and Elspeth. What tasteful names, Mr. and Mrs. Mousetti. Herr Heinrich and Frau Greta from Mauskäse with adjunct Shlomo and Becky Boydsil, and the Da Silva Pereira Queso family from Recife, with 2 children, Ronnie and Estrella.
Here we are, sir. Only, please call me Stella. Everyone else does, after all.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Stella. Top Connor is at your service. Oh, thank you, Ronnie. That's very kind of you.
Mr. Connors!
Sir!
Let's look lively now with the boarding procedures. Time's growing short, and out here we're exposed to all sorts of dangers. One at a time now. Shilly up that hawser just as fast as you can.
Now listen, my dears. Stay close to me and you won't get lost.
So we go up that rope, is that it?
It's the right idea, but you have to learn sailor talk. Only landlubbers call that a rope. To us, it's an hawser. Get it?
Got it.
Good.
We skim up that, howitzer and run real fast up it, and if we hold on tight, we won't fall off into the water. I'll die of cold if that happens.
All right, everyone in line, start boarding.
Now, Ronnie, I want you to help your family up the hawser and take special care of your sister Stella.
Don't worry, Top. I'm as quick and as sure-footed and nimble as the best of them.
Great, Ronnie. Get a move on now, kid.
I say, lad, you're Brazilian, aren't you? What brought you all the way here to Great Britain, if I may ask?
I came here to learn your national pastime, soccer. But I think my country mice are going to transform it a little.
What? Surely you're not thinking of changing the rules, are you?
Oh, no, the rules are fine just the way they are. But we may add a little something to the spirit. I'll show you what I mean. Something like that. I'm terribly sorry, senor. Are you all right?
Yes. Oh, thank you.
Anyway, that's what we Brazilians can do with a soccer ball.
Isn't it time to go aboard, Daddy?
Don't be impatient, my dear.
Your Grace, your ladyship, your presence aboard will make this voyage memorable.
You're such a flatterer, Mr. Maltravers.
Just the truth. My lord,
Morning, Maltravers.
as I was saying, dear ladies,
Elizabeth, behave yourself. Must I remind you that Everard Maltravers has asked for your hand, and that your stepmother and I both consider it an excellent match.
I'd rather die than marry that horrifying, disgusting old serpent.
What do you mean, old? He's barely 40. Old, indeed.
Very well, Daddy. He's a middle-aged serpent, then.
Elizabeth, don't be impertinent. You have a position to keep up. Your stepmother and I simply want what's best for our little girl. Try to be reasonable.
Yes, Daddy.
What's going on over there?
Gypsies. Go ahead. I'll join you in a moment.
disgusting exhibition, I say.
Come on, Smiley. Let's give the folks a show. You girl. Over there. Go to her, Smiley. Carry my greetings to her. Go.
All right, Jeffrey, just keep calm and we'll corner him. Oh, my goodness, idiot!
Come here, boy. Good boy. You like being petted, don't you? Be patient. Let me take my clothes off. Careful. Don't knock me over. You are the sweetest little thing. Oh, what a lovely soft coat you have. There, that's better, isn't it?
I wonder what your name is. What are you trying to say? Oh! Come back here!
You're the best hunting dog in the whole world, Smiley. What a heavenly fragrance. Huh?
Come along, Lydia. Now it's time for us to board.
That young man just might upset our plans.
Quite so. Jeffries, find out who he is.
You can count on me, boss.
I wouldn't count on you if you were an abacus. Just get busy.
I'm very sorry, sir, but the animal must be kept on a leash. My good man, you happen to be addressing Don Juan Tenorio de Ariarte Gonzalez Leon, Prince of Andalusia. But Prince does not travel with animals, you imbecile! If you have a problem with him, but sir, you have a problem with us first. So be careful what you say. No one tells us what to do, and anyone who dares to attempt such a thing will have us to deal with. Now step aside and let us board. Oh, you wretched beast! I'll get you for that! Little boy, give the nice man back his hat. I'll have you keel hold! Oh, you're the catch, that beast!
Daughter of His Grace, the Duke of Camden.
Over here, my boy. I'll take a copy.
Coming, Gov, coming. There you are, sir. Thanks, Gov. The Titanic sails today.
Now then, where was I? Ah, yes. To the captains of all my whaling vessels. Keep your crews on the alert and ready to sail at a moment's notice. As soon as you receive my confirmation by wire. Signed, Everard Maltravers. Well, my replaceable factotum, why the cackling? Pray, let me in on the joke. I like a laugh as well as the next man.
Hey, nothing, boss. Nothing whatsoever. I was, simply admiring the masterful way in which you're carrying out this operation.
Yes, things are proceeding smoothly. There's no reason whatsoever why the Duke shouldn't grant me exclusive worldwide whaling rights.
Not to mention the hand of his darling daughter. By marrying her, you'll get your mitts on all of his money, won't you, boss? Won't it? Sorry.
That's quite all right, Jeffries. You've hit the nail on the head. There's nothing in the world that counts besides money and power. Everything else is simply there to be used to achieve those objectives. Still here? Hurry, man, hurry! Get those wires off to the captains of my fleet!
You got it, boss.
And weren't you supposed to be finding out everything you can about that fellow we saw boarding? The one with the ill-mannered mongrel.
I'll attend to it immediately, boss. Yes, sir.
Oh, and one other thing, Jeffries. When I want to hear your opinions, I'll ask for them. Is that quite clear?
Mr. Craig, reduce to half speed, if you please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Reduce to half speed, engine room.
Excuse me, Captain. They're waiting for you in the first-class dining room. They're all impatient to start the evening.
Oh, very well. I'm on my way. There's only one thing worse than a party, and that's a gala evening. Mr. Craig, have me called for any problem whatsoever, and if there aren't any, make one up.
Yes, sir.
Hurry up, Ronnie, we're late.
Friends, sailors, fellow travelers, welcome aboard the Titanic, the most magnificent ship now afloat. Probably every seagoing rodent in the world envies us right now, but remember, not all that glitters is gold. The problem is this ship is new and has never been passed in review by the Mouse Inspection Board. As we know, men are greedy and all too likely to cheat on construction and materials. So for the first few days, be careful how you move about. The good news is that the food on board will be abundant thanks to our official middler, Jean-Luc Camembert.
Bonjour, mes amis. It's a pleasure to see you all here.
We can count ourselves lucky to have a professional of Jean-Luc's stature aboard. Now, just a minute before you go, wait. One last thing, friends, very important too. My network has informed me that the humans have brought on board not only several dogs, but unfortunately 2 cats as well.
Sounds great. Good food and cats. I'm really going to enjoy this crossing.
Hey, Ronnie, don't play with fire. I've seen them, you haven't. Those are snooty cats belonging to rich people, the kind you kill just for the pleasure of it, not because they're hungry.
You heard what the captain said. Promise me you'll be very careful, all right?
Hey, let's go check out the dining room, huh? See you, Stella.
Oh, Mr. Connors!
Yes?
Ronnie's a bit of a gadabout, but I know I can count on you not to let him get into trouble. Thank you so much.
See ya.
Oh.
Well, good evening, Maltravers.
Your Grace. What a pleasure. Sorry for being late. I was working and didn't realize the hour. Elizabeth, you look more enchanting than ever.
Not only is it the best ship in the world, but it has the finest cuisine.
Captain, have you met Mr. Maltravers?
Yes, this morning.
I never even knew places like this existed.
And I thought I'd seen everything. No crumbs and sweepings for us on this trip. It's gonna be one long banquet. Don't go getting any of your crazy ideas, Ronnie. I promised your beautiful sister I'd take good care of you. I don't want to lose any sleep over you, get it?
Oh, it's splendid, isn't it?
Indeed, my dear.
Those dishes are full of good things.
And I'm just dying of hunger.
We'll feast on the leftovers later.
What if we eat everything, huh? Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I propose a toast to the most famous young couple of the moment. Lady Elizabeth Camden and Mr. Everard Maltravers.
Elizabeth and I are moved and honored, Captain. Thank you, sir.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if they married aboard the Titanic? The whole world would talk about it. Everyone who counts, that is. Don't you think it would be just incredible, my dear? Incredible isn't the right word. What would be incredible would be if someone were to ask my opinion on a matter that concerns me so closely. Always joking, our little girl. I've never been more serious. And now, if you'll excuse me, I feel a touch of seasickness coming on. I think a breath of fresh air would do me good. Please go on without me.
Wait, please. Lady Elizabeth, I had no intention of upsetting you. Please forgive me. I had no idea.
Well, it's not your fault, Captain. Please sit down. Have a brandy.
Really, dearest, you must do something about that girl. No true lady should ever behave that way.
I don't like that woman. Not one little bit, I don't.
She's as beautiful as a picture and as fiery as the fish out of Carioca.
You can't be serious. Her, that old witch in the feather hat?
Of course not. I mean the one who left. I'll see her in my dreams for the rest of my life.
I hate to be a spoilsport, but I would like to draw to your attention the fact that she's a woman and you're a mouse.
Well, there's one thing I'm not, and that's a racist. That girl is a masterpiece of beauty, and we Brazilians always appreciate beauty. Let's go help her against that witch.
understand them. My name's Elizabeth.
Very well, Elizabeth. Now I'll explain. You can understand us thanks to a net of magic moonbeams that caught your tears as they fell into the water. We added a little magic of our own, and voila! The spell was cast.
Only now you really must stop crying, my dear.
Yes, please, or you'll drown us. Wow, what a jumper! What a hitter!
Oh, you mean you really care about me?
Did you hear that, Ronnie? I knew she was a nice lady, and I knew she was in trouble. Now, thanks to this magic, we can understand each other, and we'll really be able to help her.
They're incredible! They're fantastic!
What are you talking about?
These guys don't realize they're sitting on a gold mine.
I don't know what you mean, Ronnie.
With the elevation they get in their jumps, they could score going from all over the top.
If I could turn into a dolphin like you, that would make me happier than anything in the world. I'd be free to roam the oceans and not have to worry about evil men and wicked women. Then I'd have no reason in the world to cry.
If you were in my place, young lady, you'd have no time to cry. We're engaged in a desperate battle to save the lives of our friends, the whales.
Huh?
The Maltravers ships are hunting the poor things near to extinction.
Huh?
Now he's enlarged his fleet and intends to hunt them, even in waters which up till now have been forbidden to whalers. It will be a catastrophe. The whales will be massacred unless there's some sort of miracle.
My lord, Mr. Maltravers.
As I was saying, Your Grace, my entire fleet is ready to set sail. At this moment, there are dozens of ships sitting idle in the ports and costing me a pretty penny to boot.
Yes, I quite see the problem. Yes, indeed.
And since your daughter and I are to be married, I could ask for no finer wedding present, Your Grace, than the exclusive rights to all your whaling territories around the globe. You will have a happy son-in-law, able to make your daughter that much happier.
Well, there's no great hurry, is there, either for the concession or the wedding. I wish you a pleasant night, Maltravers.
Boss, I just saw Lady Elizabeth.
Damnation. One way or another, I'll have that whaling concession signed and sealed if it's the last thing I ever do. Send wires to all my captains immediately. Order them to begin the hunt.
You got it, boys.
Just that. Advise our special friend to keep himself ready for action, and don't lose sight of Lady Elizabeth for a minute. You must become her shadow, do you understand? Her shadow! And don't you mess up, or I'll make sure you finish this crossing swimming with the sharks.
Baby! Ice, I have a message from the boss.
Hey, me and the boys are ready to go into action anytime you say, guy.
Hold your horses, Ice. The messenger's stay alert and don't stray too far from the ship.
Gotcha. Say hi to Mr. M for me. Tell him we're ready to destroy anything, anytime.
Dear Mr. Maltravers, you're always so charming.
Hey, why aren't you in the dining room?
Yes, those eats looked awfully good.
I'll never sit at that table again as long as Everard is there.
You'll never get anywhere by running away from it. You ought to face the issue squarely and tell your father and Everard what you think. It's the only way.
My father's under Rachel's thumb. Totally.
Listen, you can't just give in like that. This game isn't even in the second half yet. You've gotta fight.
Of course I'm going to fight. Now I know you two are on my side. We can foil Everard and help those poor whales too.
And count on us.
Come on, muchachos. Let's liven things up and go to bed happy after a good flamenco. Hiya!
What's the matter, Smiley? Something bothering you? Oh, you want me on my feet, huh? Don't worry, there's nothing wrong. I just feel like being on my own for a while. I'm thinking about that beautiful girl. Do you think I'll see her again? You're right, amigo. Of course I'll see her again. It's up to me to make it happen, that's all. I can't spend the whole voyage curled up in a ball, grousing to the world at large and pining for her. Now can I?
No, she's not dining with us tonight either. This is intolerable. I shall go have a word with my wayward daughter and see what's going on in her silly little head.
That stupid little chit is going to ruin everything we've been working for. And that imbecile I married is going to help her. I must speak to Everard at once. You stay here.
Thanks.
One for you and one for Ron. Good, huh?
Spying is a tough job. You have to fortify the innermost first. Load up on energy.
I think you've stored up enough to build the pyramids. Let's get going. Come on, slowpoke.
Whee! Here I come.
Oh, I almost forgot. We'll come back and make our report as agreed. But there's one thing you have to do in exchange. Get out of the stateroom for a while.
If you want those whaling rights, you have to convince the old fool that Elizabeth's in love with you. How can we do that, though? She's so stubborn. What do you think?
You're right. I'm beginning to think my fascinating charisma isn't up to par these days.
Fascinating like a rattlesnake.
Your charisma's in dispute, my dear Everard. It's just that my stepdaughter's too stupid to see it. But I think I have a plan that will salvage our business.
Fortunately, our affairs aren't limited to business.
Those filthy schemers.
The expression on your face. You tell him you've ironed out your misunderstandings, and you'll get him to sign over that miserable concession before he's had time to talk to her.
Your Grace. Yet another of your marvelous ideas. And if you continue to help me like this, I see a rosy future ahead for us.
Hurry. We have to warn Elizabeth. Let's go.
Are you sure?
Yes, Maltravers and your stepmother are in cahoots. They want to make your father believe that you and Everard are madly in love.
Treachery.
Don't you see?
Treachery.
It's diabolical.
Treachery.
Told your father. Tell him all.
Tell him all.
Oh, it's you, my very dearest. What a delight to see you. I was planning to drop in on you myself a bit later.
I have something of vital importance to tell you, Daddy. I have absolutely no intention of marrying Everard. I loathe him and everything he stands for. I'm sorry to upset your plans, but...
Plans, did you say? My one and only plan, dear girl, is to see you as happy as possible. And I would never dream of forcing you to do something you don't want to.
on the roof, with no one to protect us. Out you go!
You were crazy to try to get into the humans' ballroom.
You're right on that, my friend. Sometimes I just lose sight of the fact that not all creatures are created equal.
Well, I must say you don't seem to be particularly crazy. What possessed you to try to sneak in there, huh?
Well, it's a long and complicated story. Fact of the matter is, I was looking for a girl.
Smiley, old son, that is absolutely brilliant. That is a complete great idea. Great, 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 great! Oh.
Does that mean you think it will work?
Of course it will.
It can't fail. We'll organize everything.
Oh, I'm so glad you like it. When do you think we should do it, then?
Tomorrow at sunset, all right?
All right. See you there.
I just don't understand why being in love with someone you like has to be so complicated.
You'll find out one day, kid.
Sure your calculations are correct?
Believe me, Elizabeth, trajectories are my specialty. I'll be right on target. Huh? Ready? Now!
Such unseemly behavior. I'm delighted Elizabeth refused to marry the chap.
See you on deck.
You're right, Smiley. Smoking should be forbidden in here. We should go up on deck and get some fresh air. So let's go.
Elizabeth, hurry! You've got to come out on deck!
What's the problem? What's the big hurry?
The dolphins are there. They want to talk with you.
Then I'll come right away.
Smiley! We have to leave him alone.
Yeah. We gotta hide. Over there by that horse. Let's go. orchestra. All right, go for it. They're on deck already.
Everything's under control. The conductor's waiting for my signal.
Well, go give it to him. What are you waiting for?
Maestro, everything is ready. You can proceed.
And the 1, and the 2, and the 3. May I have this dance? I don't know how to thank you, my friends. You've made me the happiest man in the whole world.
Let's have some party music.
This is all you're doing, and I'll never be able to thank you enough, friend. You truly are my best friend.
I've done some dirty tricks for the boss in my day, but spying on those two nice youngsters takes the cake. But what can I do? He wouldn't think twice. He'd just throw me into the sea and I'd become an hors d'oeuvre for that ice.
I've been clear enough.
Come on now, please. Be calm, my dears.
If Mr. Maltravers is so important to you, then you marry him.
Oh, your impertinence is intolerable.
My dear child, if you truly love that young man, I want you to know you have my blessing. If he makes my little girl happy, he'll make me happy too.
Well, what now, Rachel? Skip the formalities. We're in this together.
You mustn't be allowed to get away with this.
The time has come to take decisive action. Here's my plan, Rachel. But we must take care. Even the walls have ears.
I knew we were right to come here and spy on them.
Let me listen. We have to spread the alarm. There's no time to lose.
First, let's go find Smiley and Juan and tell them. Come on, Connors. Hey, that bridge was never shut before.
Smiley's blocking it closed. We've got to get it open.
Never do it like this. This calls for a soccer player. Watch this.
What's the matter, Smiley? What happened?
Oh, dear.
We're sorry, but it's too important. We were eavesdropping in Maltraver's stateroom.
We couldn't believe our ears. We heard him say he's planning to sink a ship. We were thunderstruck.
Just a minute. I don't like Mr. Maltravers very much either, but that's a long way from thinking he's going to sink a ship. No.
You've got to believe us. He means to sink a ship, and it might very well be this one. We also heard him mentioning a whaling concession.
Yes, a whaling concession.
Really?
And he intends to get hold of it by any means, fair or foul.
And let's not forget that that man is in cahoots with Elizabeth's stepmother, that witch. And you know what I always say? Never trust anyone who lives with a cat.
A very acute observation on your part, if I may say so, Ronnie. Yes, I do have to agree with you.
We'll have to do this ourselves. No one else would ever believe it. All right, amiguitos. Listen carefully. It looks to me as though the only human beings we can trust are my gypsy friends from Andalusia. I want you to help them search this ship from bow to stern. And let me know the minute you find something strange or suspicious.
Will do, Chief.
If that Maltravers really is plotting something wicked, I'll find out and make him pay dearly for it.
Keep an eye on everything that goes on in this stateroom.
Ooh, what a handsome young fellow. You're a fine-looking one, aren't you? I always wanted a dog like you. Well, so long, my friend.
Man, I can't see a hipster goody thing.
A very urgent wire from Mr. Maltravers. Here goes out at once.
Yes, of course, sir.
We've got to stop him from sending it. Let's make all the racket we can.
I could have sworn there was one mice. But of course, that's impossible aboard the Titanic.
What's going on? A wire from Maltravers. We're trying to stop him from sending it.
Rats! That message is bound to be something disastrous. We've got to find a way of stopping it, Ronnie.
Good thinking, Connors. But how?
We have all necessary permits. Start waiting, and good luck to you all.
I don't know how a telegraph works, but if it has a wire, why don't we cut it?
Why didn't I think of that, kid?
I don't know which one the telegraph wire is.
We don't have time to figure out which wire is which. We're gonna chew through every single one of those things. Just get your teeth in gear.
But remember, not a second before midnight, or else all your work will have been for nothing.
Consider it done, Pally. Midnight on the dot.
Be careful not to make any mistakes, Ice, or else the boss could send his whaling ships and harpoons after you, too. Get it?
Easy with the threats, pal. Me and the boys have never tasted butler meat. Got it? And one more thing, Jeffy boy. As you go through life telling people what to do, remember, nobody who threatens a shark lives to tell the tale, if you catch my drift.
Now we're all set
our latest caper, boys, so listen up. We are gonna sink the Titanic tonight.
But boss, to sink the Titanic, we'll have to turn her over. That's impossible.
Impossible? Did I hear impossible? Nothing's impossible, you moron! Think positive, pal. All we gotta do is see to it that the big boat bumps into an ice razor-sharp iceberg that'll cut her in two like a bagel.
But as soon as the helmsman sees an iceberg, he'll twiddle the wheel and change course, boss.
After we've arranged for the iceberg to appear in front of the ship, we'll hold the rudder in our teeth, keeping her on course, thus making sure the crash happens right on schedule. And I'm gonna get tentacles to heave that iceberg right in the Titanic's path. Now you see why I'm boss of all you lunkheads? 'Cause I know how to get things done.
But boss, Tentacles would never shove an iceberg up against a ship full of human beings.
That's right. He ain't got no ferocious. He's a cream puff. He wouldn't even hurt a seahorse.
You think I don't know that? You think I didn't figure that out, shrimp heads? Who's gonna tell him there are human lives involved? We use a ruse to dupe the dope.
Mr. Craig, we're in luck. There was a northeaster approaching, but it appears to have drifted off south.
Such a fine evening, made even lovelier by having Elizabeth back at our table. We'll soon sort out our silly misunderstandings, won't we, my dear?
Yes, Daddy.
Oh, no, we can't see a thing like this. Come on.
What's the matter, Orky? You seem a little nervous. Huh?
I'm plenty nervous. Look over there. It's Ice and his gang.
Yo, Orky!
What are you and your gang doing in our territory, Ice?
We got a problem and we're looking for Tentacles' advice.
What sort of problem? What are you talking about anyway?
Well, let's just call it a bet. A couple of my boys think they can heave an iceberg farther than Tentacles can.
Whoa, that sounds like great fun.
Oh, I know you're the strongest thing around, Tentacles. Don't get me wrong, but these guys think they can beat you anyway.
They're welcome to try.
Oh, you're such a good sport.
Oh, sure, Ice. I can't wait to start.
You're terrific, kid. Why don't we start with something easy, you know? Just to limber up the muscles. What do you say?
I say, let's get going.
Tentacles! There's something suspicious going on here. I've never seen a shark playing a game in my life.
Wart.
Get a couple of the boys and grab that pint-sized, nosy, skunk-colored, so-called killer whale and lock him up in the old shipwreck, but make sure nobody sees you. You caught it. Sucker. I got a hand for you, Tentacles. You're Mr. Muscles, all right.
Oh, you think so? But it really wasn't so tough.
Well, I'm impressed, kid. Now, feel like trying your hand at something heavier?
Sure, I'd love to. Let's go.
Attaboy. Now let's go for a real record breaker. What do you say?
Tentacles! Help!
Here we are. I certainly hope this works. Come on in. Hello there. How about a nice treat? Here. Good catch. I'll bet one's not enough.
Smiley,
Right?
the message is under the cookie bag. Yay!
What a way to poop like a measly bug.
Gotcha. that man a medal. Not a medal, a monument. 2 monuments.
I regret to tell you this, Maltravers, but the wedding will not take place after all.
I appreciate your frankness, my lord.
Furthermore, in all honesty, I must confess to being somewhat perplexed regarding some of the details in your whaling proposal. However, I'm quite prepared to take a look at the documents if...
They're in my stateroom, my lord. We can go over them together.
Well, then, lead the way, my dear fellow.
There's Smiley. That must be the message. Hey. Good dog, Smiley. Attaboy.
It can't be true.
Huh?
I'm sure Father would never have given him the whaling rights.
We have to speak with him. Come on.
Take it easy, Duke. Nothing will happen to you.
Why don't you sit down, my lord?
You devil.
Now, if you'll condescend to take a look at these papers, I'm sure you'll find that there's nothing missing. Well, there is one thing missing, and that's your aristocratic John Hancock. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, indeed. But I'll never sign them.
I think you will.
You're wrong, sir. Wrong.
Sign them. Sign them now, you old goat. Sign them, or I'll kill that stupid, presumptuous daughter of yours and the silly, prancing gypsy dancer she's so fond of.
Better do it, Duke.
Come in. Oh, Jeffries, the rope.
You got it, boss.
Dear me, this is turning out to be an unfortunate evening for you, my lord.
Sign this other document and we'll pretend we're parting good friends. We could have been millionaires, but you had to be an obstinate fool to the bitter end. Come on now, sign it! Sign it!
If you had accepted me as a son-in-law, none of this would have happened, old chum. It's getting late, ladies, shall we?
You've just signed your last will and testament, my dear. And I'm the beneficiary.
See that, boss? I got it trussed up like a chicken.
Be a simpleton, Jeffries. There's no time to lose.
All right, boys, do not betray the slightest hint of nervousness or anxiety. That overgrown cuttlefish is playing right into our hands. Now all I gotta do is to get him to heave an even bigger one, and it's bye-bye Titanic.
Hey, boss, I've just been checking out the situation on the surface. The Titanic will be right where you want her in a couple of minutes from now.
Very good. Action. Gotta hand it to you, kid. You've almost won the bet.
Only almost?
Yes, because only if you throw a seriously huge hunk of ice can I call you the winner and hire you as head of my own elite guard unit. Got it, kid?
Well, if I had your cap, I guess I could give it a try.
All right. You want the cap, you got the cap. But first, you gotta heave that iceberg over there, exactly 118 yards east by northeast. Yeah, that one over there. Go to work, kid. What the... Give me back my cap.
Hey,
I
Chief,
told you you
forget
could
the
have it
cap,
after you
please.
threw the bird, not before.
There are more important things right now.
Yeah, right, never mind. Okay, keep the cap, but you don't get the job until you throw the bird.
Well, fair's fair after all. I'll try.
You really did it this time, Tentacles.
Yeah, I think I beat my own record.
All right, boys, block that rudder.
Don't you realize what you've done?
I beat the sharks at ice throwing.
You threw an iceberg at a ship full of people. I don't know how many of them we'll be able to save. They'll freeze to death in these waters. You really did it this time, kid.
Oh, no!
Easy does it, Jeffries, you bumbling idiot.
What's going on?
Faster, Jeffries, faster!
Sound the alarm, Mr. Craig. 4 passengers are stealing a lifeboat.
Yes, sir. Straight away.
All right, push on, Jeffries, push on!
Yeah.
Captain, iceberg! Iceberg dead ahead, sir!
Hard aboard! Hard aboard, man!
The wheel's blocked, sir! It won't turn!
Good God! Keep trying!
We got to free the rudder!
On your own business, you dumb dolphin!
There's a hole in the hull!
Sound the alarm!
Everyone to the lifeboat! Hurry! Hurry!
Hurry! We have to find my father!
Can't move anymore! Go away!
Stand by to lower the lifeboat.
There's one, Elizabeth! One, Elizabeth, wait for us! One, listen, you and Elizabeth must save yourselves! The ship is splitting in two!
Get up on deck as fast as you can. Connor and I are going down the harbor.
Daddy, where are you?
Save yourselves, gentlemen.
But, Captain, sir, aren't you coming too?
My place is with my ship, and I'll go down with her. Just make sure you get an SOS sent out before you disembark, Mr. Craig. Good luck, gentlemen, and farewell.
We're in terrible trouble, laddies. There's only one thing we can hope for. They're sure to send out an SOS. Maybe there's a ship near enough that can make it in time to help us.
Oh, the telegraph! Oh my goodness, we cut the wire!
You didn't repair it after? That's against every rule in the Seamouse Maritime Union. Do you realize what you've done, you little fools? Nothing but condemning friends to roast on this ship to death. I shall live to see such a day.
I guess we could try and fix it.
You're right, and that's just what you're going to do, or I'll have the hides off you. Are you still here?
On our way!
If they fail, it's Davy Jones' locker for us all.
You go find whoever you can and start splicing those wires. I'll go look for Camembert. He always knows what to do. Oh. Camembert, put all that stuff down and come and help us or we're lost. This is more important than cheese.
You say so, mon ami.
We have to fix the telegraph wires. If we don't reconnect the wires, they can't send out the SOS.
Oh, well, we will have to think of something, won't we?
We just can't make ends meet.
Oh no, we're too late.
Send out an SOS. Give our position and then abandon ship.
Aye, aye, sir.
It's now or never, guys. You gotta make it work. Oh no!
I've got it. Connect the wire to my mustache.
Oh, Camembert, Camembert, what a hero.
Tentacles! Come help us! It's all your fault this happened!
Oh, dear, what have I done? I better go check.
Tentacles, come here and set me free! I need you!
Corky, is that you? Where are you?
Look down, Tentacles! I'm here in the old rat!
Huh?
Help me get out! The dolphins need us to help them right away! Thanks. Now you gotta get rid of the sharks, Tentacles!
Hey, what the? Where you go?
Board the remaining lifeboats as quickly as you can and try not to let the humans see you. Especially the women. They just raise a ruckus and get in the way. That's not what we need right now. The best of British luck to all of you.
We'll never make it!
There aren't enough lifeboats. There's room for everyone.
Well, that's much better.
I was so scared.
I was too, my dear.
Are you all right, sir? There's not a second. Get to the lifeboats as fast as you can.
But that's a mouse.
I'll explain later, Daddy. Let's get up on deck. Look, they've lowered the lifeboat.
But the Duke is tied up! You're wrong!
Yes.
Stop rowing, Jeffrey.
We'll be picked up soon. Ice will guide us to the shipping lanes, and then we're on easy street.
Thank God Daddy's safe.
Now that you've gotten rid of the sharks, there's another very important thing you have to do. Look, the ship is breaking into 2 pieces!
Oh my goodness, you're right. And it's all my fault. Oh, I'm so sorry, Orky. I wish there was something I could do.
There is! You've got to hold the ship together so all the people can get off!
That sounds impossible, but I'll give it my best shot.
Paco! Fernando, are you in here?
Where are they?
I don't know.
Elizabeth, your friends the dolphins are on the stern. They want to talk to you.
Well, maybe they thought of a way of saving us.
Let's go. What is it, my friends?
Don't be afraid of the octopus. Tentacles is a friend. He's trying to keep the ship together.
Then maybe another ship will arrive in time to save us.
Yes, we called the whales too. They'll be a great help. Just don't give up hope.
Thank you, friends.
See you soon.
How can we ever thank you, Tentacles? You're a hero.
I'm not a hero. I'm just a kid. The truth is, all my fault.
No, Tentacles, it's not your fault. This all happened because of an evil, greedy human being.
No, the sharks tricked me into throwing that big iceberg.
The whales! The whales are here! Hooray!
One of my tentacles slipped. I have to go back down. Hurry!
I will never abandon my ship.
Everyone's safe. Huh? Oh no! No one's going to die because of me. Help! We have to save the captain! Here I come! Thank you, Orky. I can't go down anymore.
We'll have to jump off. He's going down.
Don't be afraid. Hold on. Ready?
I'm not afraid as long as I'm with you.
We did it! We're safe!
Most beautiful ship that ever put out to sea.
Look! Hey! Hey! Over here! Over
We're all going to be rescued.
No, not all. All except the heroes who gave their lives for the rest of us. God bless their memory.
The latest on the sinking of the Titanic! Extra, extra! Read all about it! Happy ending for 2 Titanic passages. The Duke of Camden announces the marriage of his daughter, Lady Elizabeth, to Don Juan Tenorio, Prince of Andalusia. Ceremony will take place tomorrow in St. Patrick's Cathedral. Read all about it!
There's a place not too far away, somewhere we can be alone. We discover how it used to be when our hearts were innocent and free, like a bird blinded by a storm. We tried finding our way home. We could surely rise.
Now,
above
my dear
the
children, I pronounce you man and wife.
If you put your trust in me again, tell me you still know the way to Neverland. Shake the sorrow from your wings and teach the mind fly. Won't you tell me you still know the way to Neverland? 'Cause our heavens are winning in your breast. If you think like a child, you can fly.
Hey, you're Smiley, aren't you? Listen to this. We've got news for you and your friends. Get down here.
Oh, that's marvelous news. Thank you very much.
Hey, what is it, Smiley? Huh? That's wonderful news.
It's quite astonishing. You'd swear they were talking to each other.
Captain, you must come too. I insist.
Oh, I
please.
Really, I
Come on.
You come too, my join you there while I go a little later.
Coachman, follow that Dalmatian, if you please.
Yes, sir.
Tentacles, you are a true hero. You saved my life by putting your own in danger. And the many people who couldn't find space in the lifeboats, you saved their lives too. Tell us how you accomplished such an amazing feat.
It was the whales who did it, really. I didn't do very much at all.
Oh, see. Huh? Hey, look over there, Connors. Isn't that Camembert?
That's impossible, Ronnie. You know he was electrocuted.
Mes amis!
Huh?
Oh, he moved back to Brazil. He couldn't stand the cold here in New York. He became a very famous soccer coach.
Grandpa, you said before that evil man, Everard Maltravers, was lost at sea. That means nobody's hunting the whales any longer. Is that right?
Unfortunately, no, children. There'll always be another Everard Maltravers. Their names may change, but their evil lives on, and the whales are still hunted. Now it's up to you and those of your generation to do something about it.
And let your grandfather have a task. You heard, children. Enough is enough. Your grandfather loves to tell stories, but like all sailors, you shouldn't take him too serious. Come along now.
Go on now.
Oh, Connors.
I've been waiting for. I'm yours.